GameStop, 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 chicka chicka chicka, GameStop, 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 GameStop. Oh, hello, Glitch Devil. Welcome to the live stream. Anyway, what's up, guys? I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 25 of building stuff. Today we're building a GameStop store, and I took a break yesterday. I didn't do an episode yesterday because I built this, an Adidas store. I built it today, and I just finished it. See, look at this. Wow, I love it. Yeah, I built this Adidas store. Hello, Destiny on Maya. Welcome to my stream. Alright, I'm gonna build GameStop here, so let's start. Hello, Destiny on Maya. Welcome to my stream. Alright, I'm gonna build GameStop here, so.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a GameStop for all of your city building needs. I'm sure that I don't have to tell you what this store is all about. This is where you go to buy all of your games and your game consoles and plush toys and magazines and fun stuff from games and toys and all of that really great stuff that we all love. If you're new around here, by the way, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, click the little bell next to the subscription button, and that'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. It really helps me out, and it'll keep you up to date with all of these awesome city builds that I've been building recently, which you guys have been loving, and I thank you so much, everybody. I love you all so much for how much support you've been giving me for these city builds. And by the way, I have designed the inside as well, which you'll have to see later. You'll have to make it to the end of the video to see the inside. I'll show you how to make everything. But without any further ado, let's get started. So before we get started, ladies and gentlemen,
I already got the material.
Split into two parts. The first part will focus on the main building and a little bit on the inside as well, and will require all of these materials that you can see on the screen right now. Those are the ones that we are going to be starting off with, so please grab them, make sure you have enough. However, once we are finished with those, a lot later on in the video, we are going to be focusing on the inside of the build, which requires all of these materials that you can now see on the screen right now. And we are separating them as not to clutter our inventory. So we'll be needing those later. I will show you them again later, but those are two separate sets of materials that you will be needing. Make sure that you have them all. The amount of space required to make a GameStop is a 16 by the grid if you want, and begin. Okay, so step one, gamers, come all the way to the front left-hand corner of the grid. If you've not made the grid, it's really not a big deal, as this is the starting position anyway. Okay, on top of this block, I want you to place 6 block of quartz.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going right of the lower half of that 6 block, I want you to place 14 quartz slabs. 1, 2, 3.
14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then place a
10,
block
11,
of
12, 13, 14.
You can connect that block of quartz down to the ground. But additional...
Let me check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 14.
I want you to go up on top of it by 3. 1, 2, 3. We are going to do the same on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to join it together at the top using quartz slabs like this. Hence why we extended both sides up. It's actually a little bit easier to do it that way. now that you have extended both sides up, we are now going to take care of these sides. So both sides have to be done the exact same way. Where you place the quartz slabs on the front, we also want the same on the sides, and you want to extend backwards by 14 quartz slabs on both sides.
So 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You then want to place yourself a block of quartz and then connect down to the ground. It seems as though that the grid isn't the correct size, but I can tell you, if you made it to the specifications of a 15 by 16 block grid, then that is the size grid that you need. I have just obviously miscounted. My bad! Okay, so once you have connected the quartz block down to the ground, you want to do the same with the opposite side. So the same 14 blocks quartz slabs with the same quartz block on the end. You can even join them together as well if you like.
Yep, all checked out. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
And then you can also connect that quartz block down to the ground. Additionally, you can extend the quartz block upwards by 1, 2, 3, and you can join it to the front as well. So you can join it all together, extend all.
Hold on. I'm about to place the bushes. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll have to get rid of the core slabs and all that. I have to get this and this. I'm going to do this. Destroy these bushes and put them the right way. So do this. Lies so much from lies it yeah. Oh no! Oh, don't worry, I have the grass block on us. Just have, guys. The reason why I'm doing this is because I need to create bushes around it. So basically, I put them the wrong position. Okay, that looks better. Now I'm going to get rid of these items and get back my items. We need the block of quartz and quartz slabs.
The corners upwards. Essentially, we're looking for the same thing that we did on the front, extended around the sides. And I do also want to say this once more. The grid might be the wrong size in my world, however, the measurements are known. I do apologise once again, but if you did in fact make a 16 by 15 block area, that is what you have to, that is the correct measurement. So again, my bad. Okay, so now that we have the outline of our shop, we do have a few things to do, and we're probably going to focus on the sides and the back first of all. So, the left and right sides are identical, so we can do the same things on both sides. I want you to start off by placing a row of black concrete coming inwards diagonally from both sides of the shop. So, coming inwards from both corners, place a row of vertical black concrete coming up from both corners like that. We're then going to place some black concrete connecting together one row from the top. So left to right we're creating, it kind of looks like an H, but not really. I then want you to place a block of quartz covering up all of this empty space, but one row in front of it, like this. Very important that it's one row in front, like so. We're going to place glass pane in all of the empty space in between the top row of black concrete. Then we're going to fill in just up above this using black concrete. So it'll actually be 1, 2, 3 solid rows. Oh, we've got to go for 4 rows of black concrete directly above this. So this is... what the side will actually look like in its completion. Quite oftentimes, these sorts of builds will be wedged in between other builds. So if you want, you can add windows and stuff, but once we make the inside, that's kind of a decision that you'll probably want to make later. Once you've done this on one side, we do of course want to do this on the other side as well. So on this other side, we want to begin with the 2 vertical rows of diagonal black concretes coming inwards from both corners, like this. And we want to place a row of black concrete just 1 row away from the top, like this. You can even add in the black glass now as well. And then, of course, we have to place the block of quartz, just covering up all of the other empty space, just like this. It's identical to the other side, although it's a little bit harder to see on this side because I've got a big, nice screen truck in the way. The upper area is to be filled in with 4 rows of black concrete. You don't really have to count out the rows at all. It'll be quite obvious and intuitive as... to where you stop, because it is where the quartz slab stops as well. So something like that will look great, and again, we've kind of got to take a diagonal view, but as long as it is the same as the other side, everything is fine. The back of the shop is ever so slightly different, and the reason being is it kind of matches the front a little bit. So first of all, we're going to take the top of the shop first of all, and we're going to place a row of black concrete behind the quartz slabs. We're going to place 3 rows of red concrete coming directly down from the black concrete. It's probably easier to place it from the... inside, like this. So, from the outside looking in, that looks good. You could even make it black if you wanted to, if you kind of wanted to box it in a little bit. It doesn't really matter, it's more of a design choice, so either way, it doesn't really matter. Looks alright like that. We also want to have the same row of glass in between the top here, and you can even place the row of black concrete underneath the glass. However, on the back, I have opted to completely fill in the back using a block of quartz up to the base of the window, just to make it look a little bit different. So, like, about here is where I actually placed the block of quartz. But feel free to change it as you will. That kind of looks like an angry robot. Okay, now that you've done that, you can even go as far as adding in, on the top of the build, add in a row of black concrete to the front, where we have the row of quartz slab, like this, and then that way the top of the build is actually boxed in. You can then even fill the top of the build in with... I'm going to use some block of quartz. I'm going to use block of quartz just to contrast against the black. So I've got a lot of white, I've got a lot of black, and we've got some red spritzed in there as well. And it's just nice. Sticking to the same sort of materials, and we want the roof filled in because we're going to be adding a little bit of interior lighting. It doesn't actually need it that much unless you're going to be viewing the shop at night time, which is possible, because it's got quite a lot of natural daylight through all of the windows on the sides. But this is what I'm going to have for the roof, and that actually looks pretty good, which leaves the most important part, which is of course the front of the shop. This is where all the branding is and all of that fun stuff. First, we're going to tackle the upper half of the shop, because all we've got to do is place a row of black concrete behind the quartz slabs like this, right? And then all you've got to do, once you have boxed that area in, is place 2 rows of white concrete in between, like this. And then on both sides, if you leave a gap of 2, a 2x2 square of white, and you place a row of black in front of the white area, this is where the sign is going to be, and it's quite nice. It kind of like pops out a little bit, like we've got a few levels of depth here, and it's quite interesting to look at. Now that you've done that, we also have to add in windows and stuff down below. So the way that we're going to do this is from both sides, we want to place 3 upside down quartz stairs coming inwards from both bottom sides. 1, 2, 3, and the same 1, 2, 3. Place a black concrete coming inwards from the stairs. Black concrete coming upwards, like this, from the stairs, joining to the top. We are going to place, we'll use pane for this, to join the 2 black concretes together as well on both sides. Black concrete underneath the black glass pane.
Oh, wait a minute. G-A-M-E-S-T-O. Should I place it the wrong way? Why did I do that? Hello, Mr. Egg Plays. Welcome to the live stream. I have 3 rows there. I do not. I don't care. I actually just don't care. I'll just place another row here. So to make like the sun and all that.
Like so. And then we're going to place a row of black stained glass block underneath. And we're going to place a block of quartz connecting the left and right sides down. We're going to extend the block of quartz 1 row towards us. And we're going to extend it up by 1, 1 on both sides. Stick quartz slabs on top, connecting both sides together, such as this. And then we are going to make, well, a door actually goes here, so we'll be taking care of that a little bit later on. But on the left and right sides, we want to place 2 rows of glass on top of the stairs for windows. I don't think we placed more than 2. I think maybe you could get away with 3, but it's alright. We're going to place 2 rows of glass like this. And then we're going to place 2 rows of black concrete on top. Now, this doesn't matter as much because this is actually going to be covered up. So once you've placed your 2 rows of black concrete, like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to add a little bit of a canopy above it. It's not really a canopy exactly because it's made out of concrete, but you know.
Wait. If I do this, do that. Oh, no. Let's sort it out a little bit. I think I should, like, basically, what I could do is, like, basically make it one row, like yeah. So if I do this and then connect it here, that doesn't look too bad actually. All I've got to do is just destroy and just add one layer on this side here, because I accidentally I'll make like, wait, no, wait, oh yeah, there we go. I think that looks better. So if I do this, if I like do this, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I'm trying to move it up a little bit so it's like the doorway and the windows. So basically I'm trying to move it one row. So I'm trying to make look. Yeah. And yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Same for the back here. I finished the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to day, because it's pretty dark. So so basically wait, let me just sort out some for here. So is there? Sorry, got to go. Right. See ya, Mr. Egg Plays. gonna clean the inside a little bit. So GAMBSTOP. Okay. So then this GameStop has uh actually I'll extend it back one row. So it's like, yeah, that actually looks a lot better. So I'm going to quickly get my leaves back, fill in some gaps. So, did I just, so, there we go. So wait, so did he just fill in the inside completely?
Viewing the shot to have for the roof, and that actually looks pretty good. Next, we're going to tackle the upper half of the shot, of course. Then up of the build, but feel free to change it as you will. That kind of looks like an angry robot. Okay, now that you've done that, you can even go as far as adding in, on the top of the build, add in a row of black concrete to the front, where we have the row of quartz slab, like this, and then that way the top of the build is actually boxed in. You can then even fill the top of the build a lot of black, a little daylight, of course, the front of the shop. This is where all the branding is and all of that fun stuff. First, we're going to tackle the upper half of the shop, because all we've got to do is place two pops out. So the way that we're playing, joining to the top, playing 1, 2, 3. Place a black concrete coming inwards from the stairs, black concrete coming upwards, like this, from the stairs, joining to the top. We are going to place, we'll use pane for this, to join the two black concretes together as well on both sides. Black concrete underneath the black glass pane, like so. And then we're going to place a row of black stained glass block underneath. And we're going to place block of quartz connecting the left and right sides down. We're going to extend the block of quartz one row towards us. And we're going to extend it up by 1 on both sides. Stick quartz slabs on top, connecting both sides together, such as this. And then we are going to make, well, a door actually goes here, so we'll be taking care of that a little bit later on. But on the left and right sides, we want to place 2 rows of glass on top of the stairs for windows. I don't think we place more than 2. I think maybe you could get away with 3, but it's alright. We're going to place 2 rows of glass like this. And then we're going to place 2 rows of black concrete on top. Now, this doesn't matter as much because this is actually going to be covered up. So once you've placed your 2 rows of black concrete, like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to add a little bit of a canopy above it. It's not really a canopy exactly.
Hello, Sans Gamer. Welcome to live stream.
It looks like one. So all we're doing above the windows is we're placing red concrete, white concrete, red. And then we're going to extend these forwards and towards us, both of them, like that. Same with the other window, red and white, and that's all, because they're kind of the GameStop colours. And it just makes it a little bit more brandy, it makes it look a little bit more colourful, it incorporates things a little bit better, it balances things out quite nicely. So the next thing that I'm going to do to avoid doing the sign, because that is what we have to do next, anything to avoid building the sign, we are going to do the inside a little bit, and then we're going to come back to the sign, alright? So when it comes to the inside of the build, I'm going to rip up the floor first of all. That's step 1, I want to rip up the floor. Now, the reason that I'm ripping up the floor is, of course, I don't want to have a grass interior for the build. And the reason that I'm taking care of some of the inside of the build now is because the inside of the build uses a decent amount of materials that the outside of the build actually uses, which isn't always the case. So I actually think it's quite nice on this occasion to, whilst we have some of the materials, a few of the materials that are going to be needed, we might as well use them instead of having to get rid of them and get some new ones later. A lot of the stuff on the inside is actually structural, so we're not going to be placing the details exactly, but we're going to be getting the build ready. Feel free, if you don't want to use oak wood planks as a floor, to use something else. Other examples of floors might include different kinds of concrete, black, white, quartz maybe even red concrete, or maybe even some wall, or perhaps you want to use a bit of a colder colour in the case of perhaps some smooth stone of some sort, or maybe you want to just use oak wood or some other variety of wood. It's completely up to you, it really doesn't matter, it's more of a personal opinion. I'd also destroy the 2 blocks involved where the door is going to be. The door is actually going to be set.
Alright, the door will be here. So, let's destroy the floor and replace it with oak wood planks. Hello. Yes, I am Darth Vader.
Underneath where the glass is here, not where the concrete is, just one row backwards, like that. When it comes to the ceiling of our GameStop, the ceiling is designed to sit just underneath actually where the block of quartz is going to be. Well, it's actually going to be 2 rows. Tell a lie, it's actually going to be 2 rows, okay? So the ceiling is going to be made out of probably block of quartz, right? So the block of quartz is going to sit just... What we're going to do, I'll tell you what, we're going to frame the ceiling a little bit. We're going to place red concrete going all the way around the top of where the windows are, because I want to frame it a little bit better. So all the way, just one row above where all the windows are, place some red concrete, because I think that actually looks quite nice. Like that. And then I want you to install a quartz block ceiling, or some sort of white ceiling. You could even use black. I'd recommend either red, white, or black. It just so happens, I think that white in this case is quite nice, because we've got quite a lot of black in the walls, and we don't want to darken the place up too much. But you could easily use one of those colours. It doesn't really matter. It's more, again, it's more of a personal preference. I think that looks quite nice, especially with the red outline to add that colour into here. So when it comes to lighting in the ceiling, I'm really only not going to even have that many lights. So, for instance, where we have the doorway, we have the vertical rows of black concrete. I want to have lights in the roof that coincide with this. So the lights are going to vertically be where the, or like the Y coordinate, I guess it would be, or whatever. They want to line up with the black concrete. And I'm going to have them 2 rows away in the roof on the front, and the same on the back, and that will actually be enough light.
Smoke like butter, don't be criminal undercover, don't.
I'm using redstone lamps for this, with block.
Guys, you know BTS, yeah? They have a McDonald's meal. They have, they released their new song Butter, but someone can't stand them. That's Kim Jong-un. So
redstone blocks, block of redstones to power them. You can feel free to use any sort of lighting system as you want, but you'll see that that actually keeps things nice and bright with only 4 lamps. So again, you know, have it how you like it. Make it nice and tailored to you. But now that you have done this, we are, as I mentioned, going to add some structural things. So for instance, like in the very back corner, so this is the front, the back left-hand corner of the build, I want you to go right of this black concrete post and leave a gap of 2. So 1, 2. Place 1, 2 red concrete, extend 1 towards you. I'm going to grab the iron trap doors, and I might even need a little bit of quartz slab. I'm going to place an iron trap door, red concrete, connect left. Against the wall, I'm going to place might even need a little bit of quartz slab. I'm going to place an iron trap door, red concrete, connect left. Against the wall, I'm going to place a quartz stairs. That is a cash register. I'm also going to place an upside down quartz stair block on the back right hand side of the counter with a horizontal row of quartz slabs, and that's kind of like a little shelving unit. That's all that is. Coming along the back wall, leaving a gap of 2, we're going to have 1, 2 red concrete blocks. I also want to, in this corner here, we want to do a couple of things. I want to place a quartz slab and extend it left, right, join it in the middle like this. On the ground, I kind of want to knock out all of these blocks that coincide with the quartz slabs that we just placed. And the reason being is this. I'm just going to grab the block of redstone and redstone lamps. And I want to place in this corner, I want to place a block of redstone with a redstone lamp to light it up.
Alright.
And I'm going to place some white concrete as a floor foundation like this. Red concrete might also... Red concrete would kind of work. I'm going to try red concrete, but on the original I actually used some white. You could even vary it, but I want to get a little bit more colour in here. That doesn't look too bad. That's all we're going to do for now. So coming along this wall here, I want you to leave a gap of 1 between where we place the quartz slabs, and I want you to place a row of vertical white concrete. It could even be black. Take the bottom of the white concrete and place a row of, I want to get this correct, 5 red concretes coming forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place a horizontal, take the bottom of the white concrete and place a row of, I want to get this correct, 5 red concretes coming forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place a horizontal row of white concrete coming up. Now, I don't know whether or not, I mean, you could even make that a little bit bigger, I think, because then that way, yeah, we're going to add another row of white concrete here, and then another red concrete here as well. So yeah, a little bit bigger than anticipated. What I then want you to do is where we have the row of, I guess now 6 red concretes, I want you to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3 in the ground, and on this 4th row, place an equal row of red concrete here. Place some black stained glass paint on top, and that's just going to be kind of like a display unit. On the opposite side of the build, I want you to, starting from the front left corner, we're going to have a row of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red concretes here coming across this wall. And that's also going to be where we're going to display some stuff too. However, in front of where we have the cash register and stuff, I want you to leave a gap of 1, and I'm going to destroy in the ground, and I want there to be able to be like a row of 1 that kind of goes all the way around the outside. I might even add another red concrete here.
Hi, hello, Destiny Omara.
And we're going to have white concrete here, with some black stained glass paint on top of the white concrete, just like that. So so now you can see quite a lot of the structural stuff. Like, we've got a lot of shelves and what have you around here, and we've got a lot of room to maneuver inside of our GameStop. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's pretty decent. So now that we've done that, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually done a huge part of this, right? Now, we can actually put a door on this, which actually requires iron doors and buttons. And I'm going to place the doors underneath the glass, And the buttons to open these are on the insides of the frame, and we're also going to have stone buttons just behind, so you can walk in and out, or pressure plates, one of the two. So you can walk in and out of your GameStop like that, and that is a lot of the inside done, a lot of the structural stuff, but the outside almost done as well. The last thing that we have to do when it comes to the outside is the sign, which is my least favourite part, which is why I've left it all the way up until now. Okay, so to make the sign we need a crafting table, which I don't have on me, but it will have been in the item list. And we're going to slap the crafting table down on the ground.
Alright, G, A, M, E, game, S, T, O, P, 8, and then white, red, and black.
We're going to crack open the crafting table, and we're going to start off...
No. You don't need crafting tables. You need a loom. Looms are way better. Because I'm gonna chuck the no. I'm gonna chuck my items in my inventory. I'm going to get rid of some items. Going to get rid of this. No. Going to get rid of the red dye. There's the shovels. Oh, I'm actually going to keep my shovel because I need it. Going to get rid of the eggs. No, not lime dye. Sea lighters, this, and this. No. Get back in there. And then we don't need this. No. Oh, come on. Get back in there. We'll dump you, and then we have space for our banners. So the first letter we are going to make, guys, I'm going to make G. So it's a vertical row at the left side. Well, what we are going to do is chuck up the white die. Wait, so... Oh yeah, what?
Our first letter. It'll actually be easier for us if we move all of this. No.
Chuck out the white die, put the black die in, half row at the top.
The first banner that we have to make is, of course, a G. The G is made by placing a black banner in the middle of the table with a vertical row.
Alright, vertical and horizontal row at the bottom, vertical row at the vertical row at the left side. We made a J, but vertical row at the top. And we have G. A is an very easy one. Horizontal row at the top, vertical row at the right side, vertical row at the left, half row right here. We have G. Next is M, which is a very easy one. We've got to do. It may be tricky for you guys, but it's easy for me. All we have to do is do a triangular row right here. So all we have to do is chuck out the white die, put the black die in, and all we have to do is just do this. Make that. And then chuck out the black die, put the white die in, and all we have to do is do a vertical row at the left side, and finally vertical row at the right. We have gam, like gams in my pants. Sorry. We are next is E, another very easy one. We got to do a vertical row at the top, horizontal row at the top, horizontal row at the bottom, horizontal row in the middle, and then we have a vertical row at the left side. We have the word game, G-A-M-E.
White corner of white die coming off the right side, left, below and right of it.
Next is the word stop, which is a very easy one. So we're going to chuck out the white die because we don't need that anymore. And we are going to grab the red. S. Very easy. Horizontal row at the top, horizontal row at the bottom, diagonal row, top left corner to bottom right. We have games. Next is T. And this is very easy, which is a horizontal row at the top, horizontal row in the middle. We have the word games. Next is O, which is another easy one. This one's simple. Horizontal row at the bottom, horizontal row at the top and bottom, vertical row at the right, vertical row at the left side. We have the word GameStop. Finally, P, which is a very easy one as well. Due to my calculation, we have to do is a vertical right side of this. All we have to do is chuck out the red die, put the black die in, and we have to do a half row sitting there. And then we just have to chuck out the red die, chuck out the black die, put the red die in, just chuck the black die. And then all you have to do is horizontal row at the top, vertical row at the left, and then horizontal row in the middle. Then we have the word GameStop. Right, yeah, GameStop.
In the middle.
Alright. We are going to place GameStop. G-A-M-E-S. Whoops. Whoopsie. S-T-O-P. GameStop.
The table. New die coming up the everybody. That is the end die coming up the left side. Perfect. So
to make the GameStop logo.
Right there, we have GameStop. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. That is the entire outside of GameStop complete, which means we just have to furnish the inside a little bit. A lot of which has been set up for us now. So,
I'll never check my inventory. Got to chuck out the black die, white die. I'm going to put my ultra wings right here. We're going to chuck these away because I don't need them anymore. Get rid of the loom because I don't need that. And then we have the word GameStop. It's spelled G-A-M-E-S-T-O-P. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. We are going to place the GameStop logo. So the GameStop logo is placed. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. Oh yes, GameStop. Most popular. Where is it? Where's my charger? Where do I... Where's my charging lead gone? Alright, I'm back. Time to do something real quick.
these are all of the materials that we are now.
And then weighted pressure plate, item frame, item frames, lanterns, no, not soul lantern, Lantern. Books. Benjamin Frank. Hello. And then Dragon Head, Steve Head, Zombie, and Creeper Head.
Going to need to move on to the next part of GameStop, please. Grab every single...
Sorry if I scared you. Oh no, no, oh never mind.
Have to grab them myself. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I have just finished gathering all of the materials that I think I'm going to be needing for the inside of the build. Please pause the video if you have to. Do make sure that you have everything that you think you're going to need, and once you do have everything, we can get started. So, the first thing that we have to do, of course, is make our way to the inside. And the area that we're going to be focusing on, first of all, is going to be the payment area, the cash register area. So, I'm going to place a double chest underneath this empty cubby hole here at the back. So, this is for inventory and stock and stuff. You can even have the same thing next to the cash register if you like. Additionally, I'm going to have a row of item frames above the shelf that we have here, and I'm going to place books, because you know how sometimes you can like buy game guides and stuff in magazines and what have you? They're just meant for nice decoration. Maybe you can buy some gaming magazines. Additionally, I'm going to place a weighted pressure plate next to the cash register because it adds a little bit of detail, and I'm even going to place like a lantern on here too. Not only will that brighten up the area just a little bit, but it just looks like a cool bit of decoration. Well, what else do we want to have? So, on this little area here, I kind of, you know, in some game shops and stuff, they have some really cool decoration on the walls from games and what have you. Well, the reason that we have the dragon head is so that we can place this here. You could even, he didn't want to be destroyed. You could even have him like hanging off here, and you could place like, say, like a chest next to it with like an item frame. And the reason that I like this, this little decoration here, I like the, everything can be equipped. I like having like a little totem of undying.
Conduit. Axolotl. Axolotl. Totem of undying. Totem of... Wait, what's this? Place? What do you do with this totem of undying?
Just above where the dragon head is, because it looks kind of like cool. I just like this little bit of decoration here, and I'm just going to, because this will drive me up the wall, I'm just going to repair the wall. So let me just fix that right there. So it's just a cool little bit of decoration. You could even have say like another hanging lantern above there if you wanted to as well. So this area here, this cabinet area, is meant for... It's kind of like a display case. It's really, again, like when you go into game shops and there's like a big display case, and sometimes they have like displays and, you know, stuff from games. It's that again. So I'm going to place an armor stand behind this lantern that we have in the floor, the redstone lamp. It's going to be pointing outwards diagonally. And on the walls, I want to have like item frames, like left and right here, and I'm just going to have stuff like swords like on the wall, and maybe even some other things too. Like you could even have like you know, you could even have like some heads. I don't want that head, but you could even have some like heads and stuff, or some more weapons.
Put a head here and then a head here. You can even put one on the item front. And then Mr. Steve. And going to add some weapons and all that. We are going to add weapons. to there. Wait, what? Whoa, 2 swords. A diamond sword. Place another one. Twist it until it's right here.
The armor, it really depends on what sort of things you kind of like want in the display case. You're going to have to tailor it to yourself a little bit, but I'm actually going to give him a suit of armor as well, and I've got to be careful not to equip this. As I said, so many things are equipable here that I've got to be very, very careful.
Alright, so I'm going to dump these materials on those. I'm going to keep the heads. I'm going to get these. I'm going to get some diamond equipment. Good diamond helmet, diamond chest plate, diamond leggings, diamond boots.
So I'm gonna give like the suit of armor, like, there you go. So almost.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get the sword as well to make it look like Steve from Minecraft. I'm going to have him some armor on. It can have a sword on like that.
It'll look like a character out of the game. In this case, I guess Minecraft, but you guys get the idea. And I'm going to place some glass around him so it does look like a cool little display case. And, you know, it's just like a point of intrigue in the shop, pretty much. I like that quite a bit. Well, the next thing that we're going to do is, I guess since we have all the heads and stuff, the area closest to the door on the left, I actually meant to have it, and I'll equip the armor just for fun. I actually meant to have it as kind of like a plush toy sort of area. So you know how lots of like game stores and stuff like you have.
What? Alright, okay. So I'm gonna leave a gap of 2 and get the zombie and the creeper heads and all that. I'm going to get the heads. I'm going to get the weather and the school.
Like plush toys that you can buy and what have you. Well, that's this. So I'm going to have like with a skeleton skulls and what have you, just kind of like sloppily arranged. And I like the.
All right. So I'm going to wait. What? Okay. Oh, there. All right. I'm going to place what? Yeah. Yes. Oh, I forgot to place a red concrete. Oh, whoops.
Idea of just having a little beacon on the end, or maybe even somewhere in the middle, just to kind of like mix it up a bit. So you can buy toys, you can buy beacons and stuff, and just kind of like mix it up a little bit. I quite like that. And I'm actually going to get rid of all of these because they're too annoying to keep putting away. And I'm going to grab some shulker boxes. I'm going to grab some more item frames. We need some music.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to get some shulker boxes. Black and white shulker boxes. Going to get item frames. Music discs. Now where would they keep them? Alright, where are the music discs? Oh, music discs, oh there you are. Going to get this one, Milahuri.
Discs, and I'm going to grab the carpets, okay? So in front of here, I'm just going to have shulker boxes, just so that you can store inventory in them. Plus, they add more colour and take up more space in the shop.
Black, gap, black, gap, black. And then fill it in with white shulker boxes.
In a similar fashion, I'm going to have them on the front and the back of this, no, just on the front of this area here, so where we have this glass and red concrete, and I'm going to place item frames in front of this,
On the boss at the back. Oh no. No. Yes. 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 No. Yes. That's what I want.
And I'm going to place some music discs inside the item frame. So these are
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3, 4.
supposed to represent games. So if you want, of course, and I would, I'd make sure all of those music discs were different colours if you can. I really didn't have that much inventory space to grab all sorts of different music discs, but I might even change that at the end. Additionally, on this back wall here, I want to have more shulker boxes with the same sort of thing, so like more item frames with more music discs and stuff. And this is a bit of a choice because I don't know if I feel I like this or not. I kind of feel as though in an item frame, the observer block, which is all the way here, almost looks like a game console, like an old school game console. I don't know whether it really does. The only reason I say that is because it's a nice big block. It kind of reminds me of the GameCube a little bit. And you've got like where you would put the controllers in, like you'd put them into the port. That's a
That looks like a face.
The last thing that we kind of have to do, two last things really, we're going to add some carpet inside the shop. Now the carpet is going to be alternating red, is going to be white, black, red, and it's just going to be built like this into a square sort of pattern, and we're just no, and we're just going to have it like built around. Here we go. We're just going to have it like in the...
Yeah. Alright. Guys, it's my bedtime in a minute, but I can finish this off. Bim. Bim. Oh, ow, oh.
Shop like here, for instance, like in between the plush toys and stuff, and over here where we have this cabinet and what have you, is just kind of like a cool... of like colour appropriate carpet, and maybe we can even have like a strip up here too, so it's just kind of like a cool sort of like colour appropriate carpet, and maybe we can even push toys and stuff, and over here where we have this cabinet and what have you, it's just kind of like a cool sort of like colour appropriate carpet.
Alright, so it's like this. It's like this and this, and strip it.
And maybe we can even have like a strip up here too, so like this.
Yes.
Just like that, and it just keeps things like nice and bright.
Yes, thank you. Stop giving me a running
like,
commentary.
I'd make it so all of these music discs were different, but I didn't have that much inventory space. There's so many different music discs. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know whether or not a painting would be good in here or not. The only place I can really think to put one is like here. And the only one I kind of want is this guy, because he reminds me of Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. So the only place I can really think to put one is there, and everywhere else is kind of like filled up, right? So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the entire GameStop complete. Why don't I show you everything?
Hold on. Okay. That's a pretty good painting. I like that one. Kind of like reminds me basically it kind of looks like a witch with a long nose with a wheelchair which is going over a purple hump or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Let's go out. Thank you, GameStop.
All together in one go, all of the inside, all of the outside, as we say our goodbyes. Make sure nothing has been lost. So this is what your GameStop will look like once it's been 100% fully completed.
Oh, I need to buy some video games, but I don't know where to go. Where can I find a video game from? GameStop! Yes, I love, like, basically, I can't believe I actually built this one. I love this one. Like, the quarters and the frame and the black and the red just seems right in my city. It looks very nice in my opinion. If I come in, I'll look at this, guys. I've got some like Steve from Minecraft. We've got some skeleton heads. I've got creeper and zombie, beacon, painting. We have lots of very nice stuff, including a character. Dragon head, totem of undying. We've got some Nintendo GameCubes in here. Even a little music disc area right here. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building GameStop. If you did like this video of me building my GameStop, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day, guys. Peace out.